all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
All right, folks, in the jar, the Bossman Show, standing in the OVC. My conference, as you all know, I'm a TSU alum, and joined by the new head coach, SIUE Cougars up in Edwardsville, Illinois, Coach Barone, the Bossman Show. Coach, what's up in Edwardsville, man?
It's a gorgeous rainy day, but a lot of smiling faces, getting ready for finals next week. So it couldn't be a better day.
Yes, indeed. And, Coach, the good thing about getting this gig is a lot of players know who you are already. It's not a big adjustment for a lot of the guys who's recruiting, guys on the roster, so they know who you are. So how's this little period been, get the guys, working them out a little bit, kind of get a feel for what you got, keeping guys around? How's that process been for you so far?
It's been great. It really has been. It absolutely, being around a team that already knows me and we know each other. The biggest asset that we're bringing one another and that I'm bringing to these guys is I've had a relationship with them. Sometimes coaches don't have relationships with their guys. And fortunately, it's something that, I was taught when I was young through my dad and all his coaching that, you better have a relationship and it better be genuine. Cause you're going to give them messages, good and bad sometimes. And those are the kind of guys that are going to go to fight for you, and you're going to fight for them. So the adjustment's been great. I haven't really stopped since I've gotten the job, but I'd rather have it that way than any other way.
You got that right, Coach. I know sometimes when you're the assistant coach, you're the guy they vent to about the head coach wanting to play more.
Yep.
So how does that work there since you moved up a seat now? So then they can't vent to you anymore because you're the guy making the calls now. Not kind of say, let me talk to coach about this and suggest the coach to get play you a little bit more here or there, give you a different set here or there. How's that part been so far?
I think you know what I do. I sometimes try tricking them. I go sit in my old office, and then they come vent to me about me, and they don't realize I'm the head coach. I go over to the office and the head coach's office, and then I yell at them for talking bad about me. But that's not. No, it's been really good. It really has been. I think in my role as an assistant, I've not been a yes man, and I always had. Respected the authority of the head coach and respected that ultimately the decisions were made, from that office. And when they come to me, it's as you get older in this profession, you're able to balance those and navigate those tough conversations where there are some frustrations, but there's also a message that has to be unified coming from the office of, okay, ultimately, let's stand back and see what we can all do better. Where can you be better before you're going to present a solution or present a problem going forward of any grievance? And that has been part of my relationship with these guys. So I think they understand that they still can come to me, but even last year and the year before, they had to come to me with a solution and not just a problem. And that's one thing that has really helped with this adjustment.
Yes, indeed. And Coach, also now the buck stops with you now. You're the man making decisions. It's not a suggestion you're giving to Coach Harris anymore. Now it's, hey, Coach Barone decision now. So how's that part of it been?
It's I've had a lot of when I was at Green Bay, I was associate head coach, and we had great success, and I had a lot of say. And here the last few years, I really had a lot of say in a variety of things. But the difference is you have all the say now. And, sometimes I could present a problem and a solution, and, hey, here, now I didn't have to make the decision. And now it's just every decision that has to be made in terms of, and really everything, when should the players come back? When are we starting lifts? When are we, doing the housing and all that kind of stuff? So the time gets away from me some days. But the organization, having a great staff, has really been helpful in that regard.
And Coach, I talked about a little bit off the air with you that the location of Edwardsville to St. Louis makes it a good prime spot because you might be in Edwardsville, Illinois, but you're not really that far from a big city, say St. Louis. So you can sell that to guys and say, hey, St. Louis is right over the river from us. You got a great area for basketball, a great area to kind of enjoy life and experience life as well. And a lot of OVC schools like that with Austin Peay, not too far from Nashville. Tennessee Tech a little bit farther away. You got different schools in OVC, Belmont, TSU right there in Nashville. So, in OVC, a lot of good towns, a lot of schools within drive distance of a nice city, so guys can come play at OVC school. Also get a good second chance as well, Coach, because you can guys get JUCO guys, grad transfer guys, international guys, high school senior guys, and a sit guy and play 2 or 3 for you.
Absolutely. I mean, the location is prime, like you said. It's great for so many reasons. When you're educating somebody on, what we're about, here's my vision, here's what I want to do. You allow them to envision where we are located just by simply saying, hey, we're right next to St. Louis. Our guys' apartments, actually, you can see the arch from our campus. That's how close we are. But there's also that college atmosphere because we are kind of separated enough by the river and things like that. But you're dipping into the Indianapolises, the Chicagos, the Memphis, you get down to Nashville. All those areas are just prime spots that other people want to be at too. And, it's a huge selling point. The OVC is a great conference. 2 teams in the tournament this year, 2 wins in the tournament. Edwardsville is a great community, has great support. It's a sports crazy area. I mean, you got the Cardinals, you got the Blues. So people are educated sports fans as well. And, you couple that with the education that we have and a great institution. I have a lot to sell here. I really do. And it's exciting because I'm not, I'm a creative guy. I like to think outside the box. But the reality of it is I can walk outside my door and there doesn't need to be a whole lot of creativity sometimes. I just have to speak the truth and that's more than some places I've been, and more than some places have.
Yes, indeed. You kind of remind me of Northern Kentucky, because I know John Brennan right there in Cincinnati would just say the same thing you just said. Cincinnati's right across the river from us, 7 miles away from Cincinnati. So, you're in Kentucky, you're not that far from a nice place in Cincinnati if you want to go that route. So, I think having that good college lifestyle in a small town, college town, but have that big city right across the river helps sell it. And plus, you're in a great area, great education, and plus you're in OVC where even though Belmont, Austin P, and those guys have been good for years, it's opportunities to leapfrog them if you get the right guys in there.
Hey, you're absolutely right. You really are. The conference has a tradition. Edwardsville has a tradition. I mean, granted, it was Division II, but there was great success here. Elite Eight runs and very good teams. Whenever you have a place that has tradition, no matter what level it was, that shows that it can happen again, and that shows that it will happen. And my energy and passion and enthusiasm for where we're going to be, and the work ethic that myself and my staff and my team's going to have, we want to be that team. When you're talking to somebody else, you're talking about Edwardsville and how good of a league it is, because look what Edwardsville's doing now these last few years. And, I'm excited about that challenge. And I'm also, blessed to have this opportunity. I definitely know that.
And Coach, these workouts you have in these 4 hours you have now that you had this spring come up in the summer here, player development is going to be very key. So you see us doing some team drills in the summertime, or maybe focus on the guys trying to get them to develop one new thing this summer to come back with for the fall to make life easier on you guys as you guys play the schedule coming to this next season here.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. What you want to do is in these summer workouts, you have the ability to have the whole team in, and then you can break it down through individual workouts too, whether you want to do guards and bigs for lack of a better term, just to kind of simplify it. But my goal is that we're going to do a lot of team stuff. All right, you play 5-on-5. We're going to develop our skills. We're going to work on our weaknesses and strengthen our strengths. And we're definitely going to develop our skills and work on our skills. We're going to individualize our workouts this year when we're going the one-on-one type of deal. If one guy needs to work on going left, we're going to spend a lot of time on him going left or finishing at the rim. And then we're going to spend a lot of time as well doing it all together. So, we're all pieces of the puzzle. It's a obviously a simple analogy, but we need to keep on putting that together every single week. We got to get used to each other, pushing each other, demanding of each other. And, that's just going to make all this so much greater when the pieces all truly come together and you see this picture of us having some success.
And non-conference schedule-wise, Coach, I know you it's probably done for next year. Outside of the guarantee games you have to play to raise money for the athletic department, how do you see yourself going about these games, trying to get 2-for-1s, get people come to play you? It's your place. You go there twice. The non-exempt tournaments, playing some high major schools as well. Some guys regionally. How do you see yourself going about that non-conference schedule going forward?
One of those things, in scheduling is so much about relationships. It really is. We were at Green Bay, and Tony Bennett played at Green Bay, and he was gracious enough to play us 2-for-1. So we went out to Virginia twice. He gave us a chance to kind of build our team. And the third year, he came back to Green Bay. And, Virginia's not coming to Green Bay very often. But he had a great relationship with us on the staff, and had a special place in his heart. And gave us an opportunity to say, okay, you built your team, and we ended up beating them. And that was one of the years that they won the ACC. So those type of things can happen. I have a lot of relationships from being in this business for really my whole life. A lot of them are because of my dad and what he has done for me and building a reputation with my last name. And I always try to own up to or live up to what he has done. But those relationships from years ago are now some of those people putting those MTE tournaments, are called, the multi-team events. Where you're playing, multiple people in one location, and those relationships are huge in scheduling. So that's one of the things that you want to do. You want to go back to that old school way of thinking. It's like, all right, you're a good team, I'm a good team. Let's go. I'll come to your place, you come to my place. Let's play. Ultimately, that's what you want to do. You want to go play teams and have good games, and that comes along with building your program, developing your players, and then, definitely utilizing those relationships where people are willing to come to your place.
And I remember your dad used to be at the Grizzlies, coach of the Grizzlies a few times. I know I've seen him on TV, so I'm pretty familiar with your dad, man. He did a great job with the Grizz, man. I used to watch their games on the League Pass there when it was at the Pyramid
Yep.
and the FedEx Forum. So I'm pretty aware of how your dad's history, man. So I was glad to have him on the show. So, how's your dad doing now? And I know he played a real key role in you being a coach, being in the industry you are right now.
He's a fighter. He's unfortunately, he was diagnosed right after the Memphis Grizzlies with lung cancer, and I guess cancer comes out of nowhere. So, but it's unexpected. You weren't, you didn't know how to handle it. What he has done is he's faced it head on, and he's going on 5 years, and he's at a part right now where he's got another opportunity to really face it head on again right now. Another difficult stage of this disease is kind of battling him, and he wakes up, and I got it's a great support with my mother and him. Every day they're more concerned about us as they're battling this nasty disease together and leading our family, and he's really prepared me my whole life, but especially these last several years for when this opportunity came, and it came this year, to really take it head on and face it head on and move forward. And although he's not down here in my office like I wish he could be, I wish right now he'd sit next to me on the couch. He's not able to do that these days. But I can still call, FaceTime, and go visit him, and I see him, looking with pride in his eyes. That there's nothing that's going to change that feeling every time I see that.
And last one I got for you, Coach, is this, the barbecue in Memphis.
Yep.
What is your favorite barbecue spot in Memphis?
Man.
Mine has always been Neely's Barbecue. So I like the barbecue nachos. But what about you?
Jeez, I don't even know if I could give you an actual spot, because I would go down there and I would stay down on Beale. And I just remember because my parents lived over in Mud Island. So we'd be down there, and I'd be eating for about 2 or 3 straight days, and then I'd get out of there. And we had Memphis in May. My brother always had a tent with a couple of the other Grizzlies. So I don't even know what exact place I was eating, but I know it was all pretty darn good. I do know that.
Yes, and I love staying at the Hawks. I also work with the Atlanta Hawks, so we stay at the Westin on Beale Street there, and
Yep.
I walk up and down Beale Street getting barbecue all the time. The whole time I'm in Memphis, I take it back on the plane with me. It's just the shortest plane ride from Atlanta to Memphis ever, but still, I make sure I have a bunch of barbecue with me.
You gotta go sneak some in real quick. It's great. I mean, it was one thing about my family too. We like to eat. So I was never. It was basketball and barbecue a lot of times when I went down there. And then there was some burger place right around Beale that had like the same grease it was getting cooked in for like the last 50 or 60 years. So not sure how healthy that is, but it was pretty darn good. I know that. I know.
Yeah, my doctor would scream. Yeah, my doctor would scream if he heard me eating some Memphis barbecue. But yeah, man, I love to eat as well. Coach, one thing to do is eat on the road when I'm with the Hawks, man. Best part of my gig is the food part.
You do. You go on those trips. People don't realize there's recruiting visits, and when you're traveling, it seems like all you're doing is eating half the time. So, or more than half the time, and that's not always a bad thing.
Yes, indeed. Well, Coach Barone, I wish you the best of luck up there in Edwardsville, Coach. We'll talk to you again in the fall, man, when season's about to tip off there and see how you guys are doing, man.
Call me anytime. I love your energy and passion, and it was a lot of fun talking to you. Please call anytime, and I thank you so much for having me on the show.
We'll do, Coach. We'll do, Coach. Thank you so much. Brian Barone, people, on the Bossman Show. Check those guys out up in Edwardsville, Illinois, right there by St. Louis.
Zaytoven.
Hip hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to do 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind, ENT. Believe in it, get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.